If it were proven right now that you are a downgraded version of beings who lived in these very mountains 5,000 years ago, would you be ready to face your own truth? In 2003, the Pentagon discovered something deep within the mountains of Romania that defied all biological logic. Spy satellites scanned a chamber where the temperature remained fixed at absolute zero under all conditions. When the US military entered the Project Zero chamber, they encountered seats built for humanoids standing 5 meters tall and a holographic technology that severely questioned the history of our creation. They realized the Romanian Stargate is not just a spatial portal, it is part of a global frequency control system directly connected to the gates of Iran and Iraq to suppress our awakening codes. Today, we are going to a place the Vatican has called the Forbidden Border for centuries, a place where the line between man and machine vanishes, and a file is opened that sends shivers down the spine of the Pentagon just by its name. Project Zero, decoding the Gate of the Giants. It all started with an unexplained gravitational anomaly. In the late summer of 2003, one of the Pentagon's top-secret geodetic satellites, designed for deep scanning of underground structures, accidentally passed over the Carpathian Mountains in Romania. The advanced sensors of this satellite encountered an impossible return wave. In the heart of the Bucegi Mountains, a mountain locals considered sacred, haunted, and forbidden for thousands of years, there was a massive void. But this was no natural cave. Radars indicated that this structure was engineered with microscopic precision, a flawless hemisphere deep within the rocks, extending outward via a perfectly smooth, polished tunnel, an engineered entry path to a dormant stargate. The terrifying detail for American intelligence analysts was that the material composing this tunnel was neither stone, nor metal, nor any known element on the periodic table. These walls swallowed radar waves, no signal passed through them, and no heat radiated from them. It was as if this massive structure was designed to remain completely hidden from the eyes of human history in a state of frequency blindness. However, declassified documents reveal that the US military was not the first force to uncover this secret. Before a single soldier was even deployed to the area, a darker, more hidden power intervened. A senior member of the Italian Masonry Lodge and a top leader of the Bilderberg Group, known in the files by the pseudonym Signor Massini, landed in Bucharest in a private jet. He possessed top-secret Illuminati satellite technology and issued a direct warning to the highest authorities of the Romanian intelligence service, known as Department Zero. The Shadow System's message was clear. You have found the trigger to an ancient stargate that does not belong to modern man. US Black Ops teams swiftly and silently quarantined the Bucegi Mountain region. When they passed through the tunnel entrance with heavy equipment, they encountered something that shattered all equations of modern physics. An invisible energy barrier, a physical firewall to protect this gate, made of compressed light. Anyone who approached this energy wall without a vibrational clearance suffered cardiac arrest and total nervous system collapse. This was not a simple biometric lock. It couldn't be opened with a fingerprint or an iris scan. This barrier scanned the DNA frequency and the vibrational level of individuals' consciousness in a fraction of a second. The Stargate system only granted passage to those who had ancient awakened genetic codes flowing in their bloodstream. After massive efforts and a complex breach of this energy barrier, the operational team entered a place later named in top-secret documents as the Projection Hall, or the Holographic Chamber, a place where the concept of time and space was entirely distorted. Inside this colossal hall, giant stone seats were arranged in a cosmic circle. The dimensions of these seats and the control panels facing them were not built for modern humans. These were the command thrones and control panels of the Earth's Stargate network, designed for beings who stood at least 5 meters tall. Beings referred to in all our ancient mythologies, from the Sumerian texts of the Anunnaki to the Nephilim, as the fallen gods. But these seats were not merely resting places. They were direct cybernetic connection terminals to the cosmic database. When the embedded sensors on these tables were touched, holographic technology activated within the chamber, powered neither by electricity nor any known human energy source. These holograms interfaced directly with the observer's brainwaves. One of these tables displayed a massive 3D catalog of all extraterrestrial races and biological species in the galaxy that had passed through these portals. By touching any symbol, the genetic structure and biological codes of that alien race would hover in the air. Other tables displayed the true history of Earth. In these ancient holograms, shocking truths about the genetic engineering of humans were revealed. Observers watched how in the dark millennia of the past, early human DNA was manipulated by these giant beings on biomechanical lab tables. The projections showed that we are not a product of natural evolution. We are a laboratory project, redesigned for a specific purpose. They restricted our genome. They deactivated a massive portion of our DNA strands, which modern scientists falsely and ignorantly label as junk DNA, so that we could not reach higher dimensions of consciousness, comprehend the realm beyond matter, and travel through these interdimensional gates. Right in the center of this hall, researchers discovered something that revealed the secret to the 1,000-year lifespans of these ancient gods. A mysterious crystalline amphora containing a glowing white powder. Covert analysis showed this substance was monoatomic gold, the elixir of life. A powder that rewrites cellular structure, turns the nervous system into a superconductor, and intensely activates locked DNA codes. This is the very heavenly manna that ancient kings consumed to upgrade their biological hardware and withstand the crushing pressure of passing through Stargate portals. At the far end of this dark, cold hall lay 3 massive tunnels carved deep into the rock, tunnels created using wormhole technology and the gravitational manipulation of space-time. Leaked documents from Department Zero indicate that the first tunnel leads to a massive underground base in Tibet. The second tunnel descends into the depths of the Earth's core, to the hidden structures of Agartha, the inner world. But the third tunnel is the one that has stolen sleep from the hidden leaders of the world, the Illuminati and the Vatican. The third tunnel was not a physical path for walking. It was a frequency corridor and a massive matter transportation highway that directly linked the Stargate of the Bucegi Mountains in Romania to a vast network of stargates and ancient portals in the Middle East. This complex network passed through the ziggurats of Babylon in Iraq and connected directly to the heart of the Iranian plateau, to the energy grids in the Burnt City and Tepe Sialk. It is no historical coincidence that the United States of America invaded Iraq with its full military might in 2003, at the exact same time the Romanian Stargate was discovered and Project Zero was exposed. The media claimed their excuse was weapons of mass destruction, but the true objective of the Pentagon's special forces and extraction teams was the looting of the Baghdad Museum, the conquest of the ancient portals of Babylon, and the retrieval of the deactivation codes for the Middle Eastern Stargate network. They wanted to seize control of the main nodes of this global network to prevent the awakening of the Earth's frequency. This volume of devastating information could have destroyed the world's controlling system in a single day, collapsing the foundations of religions and written history. The Vatican dispatched its highest-ranking officials to Romania immediately after this discovery. Through dirty geopolitical blackmail, they backed the Romanian government into a corner. The offer from the shadow system and the US was clear. Bury this secret deep in the rocks forever, and in return, we will bring you into the highest circles of global military power overnight. This is why, in 2004, to the absolute disbelief of political analysts, and without completing any of the complex prerequisites, the Romanian government suddenly and officially became a member of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO. The system's hush money to keep this Stargate hidden had been accepted. But a truth etched into our DNA codes cannot be erased by any political treaty, censorship, or propaganda. Amidst all its dark data, the Romanian holographic machine revealed an absolute truth. The Earth is entering a new cosmic cycle. The frequency of the planet is drastically increasing, and these new vibrations are automatically igniting the very junk DNA within the cells of human bodies. The awakening codes, our deactivated biological software, are turning on. The ancient matrix that imprisoned our minds in an invisible jail for millennia is now collapsing. This is why the world's controlling system is today, more than ever in history, pumping fear, news of war, engineered pandemics, and chemical pollution in our air and food. They are trying with all their might to keep our base frequency low so we cannot upgrade our cybernetic and biological codes. They are terrified to death that modern man will wake up from his artificial slumber and once again attain the power and consciousness of the ancient gods, a power that rips the control of reality and travel through these gates right out of their hands. The stargates are awakening. The hidden frequency in the Carpathian Mountains has now synchronized with the energy grid in the Zagros and Alborz Mountains. That bionic golden eye of the burnt city, designed thousands of years ago to see the frequency of shadows, is today no longer an ancient myth or a simple archaeological discovery. It is a biological hardware and an evolutionary blueprint within every single one of us, waiting to receive its activation code. History is written by the victors, but we awaken the truth. Welcome to the real world, uncensored and undistorted.